So continuing with my Thanksgiving traditional movies that I watch basically every year, um, this is one that I've been looking forward to for several years, actually, not even knowing if it was going to happen or not. Um, so Grindhouse comes out, the famous Quentin Tarantino Robert Rodriguez experience movie, which I still feel that it's astonishing how many people do not know how to watch that movie or understand. Well, I guess it's movies, but understand why they're made the way that they are. Um, I mean, I did when I saw it in the theaters, and I very much appreciated it. But yeah, I feel it's one of those experiences that you should watch the way that it's intended to watch, and also if you don't know too much about why they are the way they are, hopefully someone is there to prep you on them. Anyway, Machete comes out, which of course is a fake trailer from that movie, and it became a real movie afterwards, and was actually very good. So that gave hope for, well, let's see if any of the other movies can be made into a real movie. And always the trailer that stood out to me was Thanksgiving. It looked like such a great throwback slasher. It had everything that you would want in a Thanksgiving slasher. Um, Kind of corny lines, but perfect lines. Like the whole there's the no leftovers line. It's not a great line by any means necessarily, but it's a perfect line for this type of movie. Well, anyway, so finally last year Thanksgiving comes out, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't know exactly how much I enjoyed it because one of the slight problems was it was definitely different than the trailer. It was almost like if the trailer was a trailer for a real movie like from the 80s, and then this new one was like a remake. Once you get that idea of it not being exactly like the trailer, the fake trailer, and it being a kind of a quasi remake of a movie that would have existed in the 80s, then I think that helps me appreciate it a little bit more. Um, so I really enjoyed it. And then it was announced that a Blu-ray only was being released and no 4K. So I had to hold off on buying it. Luckily, they released a 4K in this really nice steelbook. It's yeah, a great looking steelbook. It comes with a couple of discs, and even has like a little letter from Eli Roth in here, which is fun, and some really nice special features. Some great stuff there. But this is actually a really good slasher movie for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, the characters. There is a slew of characters, and they are all memorable in their own way. Even the smallest roles, there's something about those roles that are memorable. The setup, all the red herrings are perfectly placed and feel very real. They're not just thrown in as red herring just because they actually make sense. Um, the it's not overly gory. I mean, it can be very gory, definitely for sure, but it's not like trying to push the envelope. And I think that is kind of like it feels like a late 80s restraint almost, as far as how some of the slasher movies of the late 80s suffered from the MPAA. But still, this does have the gore, just not too extreme levels. And I think that fit this movie in particular. Yeah, I mean, every scene, the pace is unbelievable. I, uh, I remember when I got this, I only had a little while to watch it before I had to go to bed. So I was like, okay, I'll watch part of it tonight. I'll finish it the next night. No, I easily watch the entire thing in one sitting. No problem whatsoever. Um, I mean, there's nothing. I remember feeling not underwhelmed, but like I was saying, a little bit expecting one thing and getting something slightly different when I first saw this in theaters. Still really enjoying it, but just I think maybe part of it was almost expecting that feel like the trailer as far as the print damage and all that, and kind of thinking that it was going to be like you would see like exact scenes from the fake trailer in this, but getting something different. It threw me off a little bit, but that is all gone now, and I can safely say I don't have a problem with anything with this movie. Yeah, I cannot say that I have watched this every year for Thanksgiving because I've only seen this twice now. But I mean, this will easily be on heavy rotation. And when it comes to Thanksgiving movies that I do watch, basically every year, they are they're in the comedy realm. So it's nice to have a horror movie that I don't have to watch. I don't have to try to fit in every October. This is a nice horror movie I can watch every November. Kind of like Christmas horror movies. I would not necessarily watch a Christmas horror movie in October. I'll wait till December. So I just cannot say enough about this. I know some people said, oh, they could guess the killer ahead of time because of the opening shot, or because of who the actor is, or because of this. One of the things I really don't try to do is I don't try to guess the killer too often. It's fun seeing who the movie thinks could be the killer and seeing some of the clues. But I thought it did a really good job of playing against expectations, because to me, for any reason that someone would say, oh yeah, I guessed the killer because of this, well, that's an equal reason to not guess that there's the killer. I think the young cast is great, and I think the older cast, all the recognizable faces there, provided great support. And yeah, I mean, I could really go on and on about this movie. The chase scenes never feeling drawn out too much. The characters being smart when they need to be, and not necessarily being dumb, but being in situations that you can see why those characters are putting themselves into those situations. So if you've not seen this, I hear a lot of people say they don't like Eli Roth, but then they actually kind of like this one. So maybe that's your reason. If you don't like many Eli Roth movies, maybe you'll like this one. And even if you do like Eli Roth movies, you'll like this one too. So there you have it. Thanksgiving, I highly suggest it. Of course, I suggest the 4K. Just because, it's, like I said, it's not one of those movies that has all that fake print damage and all that, to where the 4K may not really matter. In this case, it's a beautiful movie. And easy to watch, a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see it again. But I got 2 more movies to go as far as my Thanksgiving movies. We got 8 days before Thanksgiving at this point, and so I'll be getting those in here. And I think one should be fairly obvious what it is. I mean, it's quite obvious. The other one, maybe not so much. And that one will probably be the next one, but I'll catch you on the next one.